Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome to our first NHL 19 GM mode episode. So as you guys could tell by the thumbnail, we are doing the Ottawa Senators, and I know you're going to say probably that X-Tech is doing a Sens series as well. Well, I think it's going to be interesting for me to do one just personally because I've been a Sens fan for the last like 15 years. So like it's just going to be like kind of an interesting thing to like kind of trade away players I like watching and then also kind of rebuilding the team into maybe a potential dynasty and stuff like that, like what we did with like Carolina and like Minnesota and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that is the team we're going to do, and we're just going to do a normal classic GM mode because I don't really like the expansion mode, to be honest, unless I'm creating teams. So GM name is going to be Snipe and Score, like what we normally do for YouTube, just because that helps me be able to find which file it is, because I like having my own offline GM modes as well. So we'll do Snipe and Score, and we'll change the team to the Ottawa Senators. So there you go. So according to NHL 19's first roster, the Sens are an 88 overall, so that's one of the worst teams, it looks like, at first glance. Yeah, it looks like the worst team in the game. So that is good in a sense because we could rebuild them and making them a really good team down the road. So we're going to turn off owner mode, and we are going to turn off morale meetings. But wait, actually, and best, yeah, assistant coach at the lines, we're going to turn that off as well. Yeah, Fog of War we're going to leave on because that seems to be like a pretty cool thing, adding new complexion to the game. Like we're going to have to like play our youngsters in the preseason and whatnot. Could be way more difficult, but it should be fun too. So for actual settings, let's just see. Is there anything we want to change around? So authentic cap penalties, yes. Auto sign free agents, no. Auto save, I'm turning that off. CPU trades on. Difficulty, we're gonna put that. Well, that's actually just playing game wise. Trade difficulty, we're gonna put to hard. Fog of War on. Show individual attributes. I'm just gonna turn that all off. I don't know if I could change it later or not, but I think it would just make it a lot more fun doing it that way. And then advanced settings, is there anything I want to play with? We want injury return warning when they're fully healed, because that's way better than when they're still half injured and then they get re-injured again. And I think that's it for all those. Yep, that's it for that. And yeah. So for this first episode, it's not going to be anything like too complex. I'm just going to go over our lines and all that stuff, our roster. I did create Brady Tkachuk before I made this GM mode episode, so Brady Tkachuk is on the Sens with like, I think he's a 76 overall medium elite. That way he kind of like could play technically on the fourth line, or we could play him in like the AHL or whatnot. I think he might just go down to the AHL because I put his rights as the Sens instead of London or whatever. Okay, so welcome to franchise mode. Yeah, I know the new scouting thing is going to be really complex for me at first. I feel like I'm going to draft probably a lot of busts. Okay, so accurate is when you get 4 full bars. The Fog of War thing, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't need to necessarily look at all that. So here is what the main menu looks like, so you guys know if you are new to this, like you haven't seen any videos of the game yet. Draft board, that's going to be interesting, adding players to our draft board. We can also player search, all that sort of stuff. I probably will also show you guys the draft class as well in this episode. So let's take a look first at our contracts. See who we have on the club. Yeah, contract extensions, I already know that. Players wanting extensions. Yeah, I know that it's old stuff. Okay, so main roster, let's start off with our centers. So we got Matt Duchene, who's an exact elite 85 overall. So pretty good, solid first line center. I do think though, since he's got 1 year left, that we might want to like kind of flip him at the deadline since we're one of the worst teams. Maybe we could get like a good first round pick out of it or something. Like I don't know what his trade value is, but maybe we could get a good first. Ryan Dzingel, medium top 6 forward, 81 overall. He's not too bad, and he's not making that much, so he wouldn't be a bad player to re-sign. Zach Smith's another one of these guys that could get moved out because he does have, yeah, a 3-year deal at 3.25, which is not necessarily horrible, but he's already 30. And then we got Tommy Pyatt, who's a good fourth line defensive player. I think he should have probably good defensive stats if I can even see that. How do I go down? Wait, full career stats. I don't necessarily see that, but he's a really good defensive player, at least in my opinion. And then we also got Philip Chlapik, who I don't think is ready yet for the NHL. We might, yeah, he's listed as a minor scoring forward, so we'll probably have him in the AHL for at least one more year. He's got low top 9 potential. And then in terms of left wingers, we got Marian Gaborik, 78. Wow. That's kind of interesting. Medium, or not medium top 9, exact top 9. It is his age as well, and his contract is pretty bad as well. I don't know if we're going to be able to flip him away. We also have Clark MacArthur, who's making a long-term salary, looks like as well. Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, we got a lot of bad contracts to deal with. We also got Magnus Payarvi, who's not that bad of a player. He's making only 900K. Paul Carey's more of an AHLer. And then there's Brady Tkachuk, who I made. As you can see, he's on a minor league deal for 3 years before we're going to have to re-sign him to a big contract. And then we have Max McCormick, who's not really much of anything either. In terms of right wingers, this is kind of where we're weak at the moment. Well, we're strong, but we don't have a lot of depth in that category. So we got Mark Stone, who's also got 1 year left. He's probably going to be he's probably going to want to move out, I think. Like, it doesn't say if he wants an extension or not, but I would like to keep him around considering he's only 26. Then we got Mikhail Bodker, who's another guy that could stay around maybe for a couple years, but he is making $4 million for 2 years. And then there's Bobby Ryan, who is an 81. Wow, that's kind of low, but whatever. And he is making a really bad contract. So yeah, it's going to be a really difficult start to this at least. And then there's Erik Karlsson, exact franchise, only 1 year left as well. What do you guys think? Should we trade him or should we keep him around maybe if we can? He does want an extension according to the game, but in real life I don't know if he does. Then we got Thomas Chabot, who's now medium elite instead of low elite like he was in 18, I think. He's on his minor league deal for 2 more years. And then CC's one of these wild card kind of guys because he's still young, but he's in real life, a lot of people think he should go. Chris Weidman, Mark Borieski, Ben Harper, and Christian Wolanin. So overall wise, their team doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't have its good prospects and whatnot. Well, it has some good prospects, but it doesn't have its good depth in categories. Like, our goaltending is a pretty big concern. Craig Anderson is making money for 2 more years at an 81 overall. And Mike Condon's making money for 2 years at an 80 overall. So we're going to have to find out, like, probably a good prospect goaltender and definitely some more forwards and whatnot. Okay, and then in the system, I'm not going to go through this in depth, but, okay, I don't know why Pajot was down there, but we got Pajot, we got Colin White, who's definitely one of our best prospects. We got Logan Brown, who's another really good prospect. Eric Bergdorfer, I don't know how to pronounce it. He's more of an AHL guy. Julius Bergman has some potential, so he might be able to make the roster one day. The rest of these guys, though, don't really have much potential, as you can see. So we are going to have to definitely find some more good prospects. Batherson's another solid prospect, but not the best potential. Same with Formenton. And actually, Nurmi's actually got medium top 9 as well. But he's already 20. And then in terms of goaltenders in the system, as you can see, Mike McKenna's the best. Hogberg is kind of being a bit of a bust. Gustafsson, though, is a good goalie prospect. Actually, I forgot about him. We acquired him from the Penguins. And then we got Jordan Hollett, who's not much of anything. And the also big concern with this club is that we do not have our first round draft pick this year because Colorado has it. So we are going to have to try and find a way to get it first because I feel like we need some really good prospects. Unless we could get some in the later rounds, that would be nice. But we do definitely need a first, I think, to help build this team up. Okay, so that is the roster. Quickly, I want to show you guys the draft class. And yeah, then that's pretty much it for this first episode, and then you guys could let me know all your opinions and stuff down below. So currently it's kind of hard to tell because we haven't scouted anybody yet, but here is some of the prospects available. So we got Andrew Burrish. So these are a lot of created guys. Some of them are real, like Krebs is a guy that's supposed to go top 5, I think, in real life. Same with Bowen Bryam. I think he's up there in real life, and Suzuki and whatnot. But a lot of these guys aren't real. Will be interesting to scout out some. The next episode after this will probably be out on Monday if I do another one. If I don't do another one before the official release day on the 14th, it's probably because I used up my 10 hours meanwhile, because I kind of want to play this just offline, like in a different team, and kind of get used to it for you guys. So yeah, there's some of the prospects that look like they're supposed to go in the top round, in the first round. I'm not going to send out my scout yet, but if you guys see anything that you think should be scouted, like I'm definitely going to scout, like, well, actually this is sorted by a certain a certain position. So yeah, I think I might scout some of these defensemen, maybe some of the, like, well, definitely this, oh yeah, Kaapo Kakko is real. I might scout Kaapo Kakko, even though I know he's a really good player, because we definitely need a good right winger if Mark Stone leaves. So yeah, anyways guys, that is that. One last thing I think I should do is show you guys the trading block, in case you think there's any trades we should make right off the get-go. So there's Kessler, Henrique, and Eves, Goligoski, Ulstrom, and Walleye Walterholm. Senyshyn, pretty much the usual guys that are on the block in NHL 18 and 17. Once they get to like 28 years of age or older. But if you guys see anything that I could potentially trade for, obviously I don't know what their actual trade values are and stuff like that. Like their overalls might not be accurate as well because of the fog of war effect. But if you see anything that might help out my team, let me know down below in the comments. Yeah, pretty much looks just exactly like what would normally happen in NHL 18, at least for the trading block in year number 1. At least there's a lot more newer pictures, which is nice. I'm also going to just quickly check one last thing before we end this episode. I wanted to see the player search option, see what that's all about, because that's also something that's kind of new, or well, is new in NHL 19. I almost said 18. So you could search by first name and all those other categories. So let's just put in my favorite player of the Columbus Blue Jackets and see how it works. So Cam Atkinson and Ford. I don't know if he's listed as a first line forward. I don't know, but I'll just search anyways like that, see if I can find him. Oh, yeah, he's definitely not a first-line forward. He's probably a second-line forward, I'd assume. Yeah, there he is. Okay, that's an interesting way of searching and stuff. And there's his ridiculous contract at 7 years. Okay. So, anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this first episode of our Sens GM mode. Sorry if it sounds a little rushed and stuff like that. It's just because I've literally been at school for like a couple hours, and then I just got home like 20 minutes ago or so. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.